Well, we are on our way home. We were supposed to leave last night, but Amy, I was tired too, but Amy was exhausted. That was a very, very long training day, not just for my wife, but for our caretakers also, to do all those horses. I got back I went and got the pizza at 1, I got back at 1:30 and everybody was still working. Amy's last job was to qualify Chicago Hall. So she got up before 6 yesterday and got home at 6 yesterday. Well, maybe 5:30, 5:45. So the better part of a 12-hour day for Amy, and she was really tired. I said, well, we're not driving home right now if you're tired. You know, we had a lot of Christmas gifts to bring home and the dog, and we even got a cat with us. So it just made no sense. To me, I was fine. We could drive home. I want to stop at the mall in Buffalo, maybe go out to eat. But Amy doesn't like going to the mall on the 23rd nor the 24th of December. Most definitely not the 24th of December. Yeah. Well, she doesn't like going to the mall though. And she does not like going out to eat like I do. So nothing that I was looking forward to, she was looking forward to. So we just scrapped the whole plan, sat home and watched the two horses win last night. We'll talk about them in a minute. We started our day training all the babies, training all the 2- and 3-year-olds. You guys got a good look at Mortlock. For those of you that have been dumping your shares of Mortlock the last week, you got a good look at what you were dumping yesterday. He looked very good. Now, he's still a long way to the winner's circle, but is he? He's a maiden. He trained in 2-1 yesterday in the mud. Well, no, it wasn't super muddy when he trained. So it wasn't the mud. He was tacky, as we call it. And that's just him getting ready. Right? He could qualify any time. We want him ready to go. And he'll be ready to go soon enough, in a couple weeks maybe. Rose Run Bobby really wowed me yesterday. The only letdown yesterday the whole day was Pretty Eyes and Lies. I don't know what got a burr under her saddle or what happened to her yesterday, but she was not very happy about qualifying. Now, they delayed the qualifiers. Her warm-up wasn't overly strenuous. Did she cramp up a little bit? Did she tie up? It's very possible she did. We can't really tell today, can we? We draw the blood today. We're not going to get any results until Friday at the earliest. So we may as well just wait and draw the bloods on Friday, then we're going to draw. Chicago Hall was good. Amy was happy with him. The babies yesterday, I was thoroughly pleased. The one that keeps jumping out in my mind is Prada Ornata. This comes screaming on the end of it. I know I joked about it yesterday, saying, what I tell you about sinking? No, we don't do that. We don't play that way. I'll give you 2 degrees, that's it. No, you're not getting 5, you get 2.
3.
No, you turn your seat heater on, you get 2 extra degrees in the car. That's all you're getting. No, we're going to see how 74 feels, then we're going to go from there. Yeah. We're going to look into it here in a few minutes. So Ava and I and Sadie the cat are on our way back to Ontario. Now, Amy was worried about getting hauled in and searched, so I have all the Christmas presents with me. I have a cat, I have a daughter, and a lot of presents with me, and I will cross the border in about a couple hours. Much better day today than yesterday for traveling. As I said, I was fine, but you know, if you're a wife out there and you see 74 is too hot, I'm turning it down to 73.
No.
Yes, it's too much. And it might go back to 72. That is ridiculous. You have one of those cars where it's not quite hot enough, so you just turn the heat up a little bit and it's an inferno. It's kind of what this car's like. It's got to go down to 72.
No.
It's too hot in here. Too hot. Sadie's going to have a stroke.
No, she's not.
No, she's going to have a stroke. So, if you're one of those people out there that stress at Christmas, I'm not one of those people. What's the worst thing that can happen? You forget somebody. All right, you forget somebody. Just tell them, hey, I forgot your gift at home. I'll bring it. So I'll mail it to you. What's the worst that can happen? It's Christmas. Everybody should just be happy. And for all of you out there that sent me Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Oh, we forgot the oranges. Darn it. Well, we're not back for 5 days. No, I don't think they will. I'm going to have to get Jason to go grab those oranges. No.
Jason's not going to go all the way back.
it's Wednesday. We'll be fine. We'll be back on Friday or Saturday, Sunday, whatever. They'll be fine. It's cool anyway. As I was speaking, thank you for any gifts you sent, but please, you don't have to do that. As I said, I almost feel bad when people do that because I just want everybody to be happy at Christmas and everybody's partnership and just being happy at the stable when we can is more than enough for me. Seriously, it really, really is. So, as I said, I don't know what you guys are like at Christmas, but I like to keep it pretty low key. You want to leave tomorrow? We'll leave tomorrow. Tonight, we'll leave tonight. Fine. It'll be nice to get home and spend some time with my brothers. Now, I have spent some time with them in the last little while, but not as much as I like to. You know, when I lived in Guelph, I think we took it for granted. We saw each other all the time. But when I'm here, and now I know how Mark feels when he's living in New York, in January 7th, every year my family has a vacation planned. And this year is James's 40th birthday. Next year, my 50th next year. So it'll be nice to get away with friends and family also, to have some fun. You know, I floated the idea last year of having a vacation for the stable, which I thought would be cool. One of these years we'll get it planned and get it done. But it just didn't, it hasn't materialized just yet. I know there's a lot of people that have messaged me and said, no, I'd love to. It's one of these years we'll get to it. Now that I have a little more time to do stuff, now that, as I said, and I've been saying, John and Deshaun have come on board to run the business side of things, it's given me a lot more time to look at other stuff we can work at, try to expand the stable, fill in some of the gaps, some of the things that just don't operate as properly as they should. And actually, I'll take a minute, if you don't mind, just to say, if there's things in the stable that you guys would like to see improved, feel free to send me notes about that. We're always looking to improve, and Kelly has done such an incredible job over the last decade, Eric and Kelly, building up the website, making it look fresh and interesting. If there's any improvements or changes you'd like to see, then please send them along to myself or Kelly or both, and we'd happily like to catalog those and get to them in the new year. I suspect at some point in the earlier parts of 2026, what you will see is I wouldn't call it a rebranding or a stable relaunch, but definitely sprucing up the place, right? Cleaning up the windows and mowing the lawn, so to speak, at thestable.ca, and having the website and the way that we do things on the website and in the website more interactive. And that's what we want to do in 2026. So, as I said, side note, just send those along. Also, I guess I'm going to have to check with John and Deshaun what they want done, but we will be changing where the payments go for the stable. There'll be a separate entity. I'm sure the stable.ca will still work. I guess I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that without speaking. But running the business side of it will be John and Deshaun, and where they want all the money to flow into will be up to them. So I suspect in the coming days you will get an update both on the website, and I will update you quite a bit also of what that will look like and how that will work. And this is just another step forward to improving what will be your overall experience when it comes to the stable. A lot has to change, a lot will change. I'm excited, I know they're excited, and as I said, now would be your opportunity to say, hey, what about doing this? How about doing this? I think this would make the most sense, and then we will obviously catalog those and see what we can do to accommodate everybody, as we always do. Now, it is Christmas. As I'm always driving to Ontario, my brain always drifts off to, thinking back to whether last week, last night, last year, how things went over the last little while, and things that I thought were impressive, and I'll be talking more about those every year we want to do. I don't know, I'm sure Kelly is again going to do a year in review video, as I always want to do a year in review video with Amy. So probably tonight, as we wait for Santa, we'll probably sit down and write down some of the things that really came to the forefront this season with respect to our barn, our stable. Amy getting her license and being in qualifiers was also, I'm sure, on her list. Definitely was on my list also. Watching Jailbird jog and Perfect Thought race all year long, although they weren't without their hiccups. They both had tremendous years, and just the entirety of the stable. So we'll talk about that in the coming days also. But for right now, I'm going to finish off your video talking to you about what took place yesterday. Yesterday afternoon, Winter Soldier made a little noise in the post parade and in the race, and also a little bit of stuff going on there. Nothing serious, nothing we can't clear up. Santa will begin to help him today when he lands back at the burn. He and Tally the Tab are coming back to Northfield Park, and 3 Point Blue Chip has to make his way over to the Meadows. He is racing on Friday with Tim. The Spitfire Overseas, not a great mile, not a bad mile. Running in a little bit in the last turn. Kane thought, as I said, we left him down there. He's not a great shipper anyway, and if we're going to race him down there for right now, which I think we could and should, then that's probably where he should be. We left him down there with Stacy for next week. We'll see how that plays out. Whether he needs to come back or whether he'll stay there will be up to her. So kind of a disappointing afternoon as we had Winter Soldier go away decent odds and race poorly. Spitfire Overseas go away decent odds and race okay. I did not know how the nighttime would go. By the time I left the track, it was like 5 or 5:15 anyway. I just messaged Chris and said, Allure gets in the turns. She's a nice filly. You know, if you race her conservatively, she'll race very, very well for you. And then Memento Mori, just keep him quiet in the post parade and he'll race well also. Both of them raced well. Chris drove them both very, very well, and they were both winners last night. So half the day raced good. I was thoroughly impressed with the way the day ended. And then again, no racing tomorrow because it's Christmas. 26th, people always look at me weird in the States when I call it Boxing Day, but it's a big shopping day in Canada. But we always raced on Boxing Day at Woodbine and Mohawk, and Boxing Day is Friday this year, the 26th. We have a number of horses racing on your December the 26th, or my Boxing Day. Time is on my side. Captain Incredible, both with lower odds. Aaron's going to drive. Time is on my side. Dave Pallone, Captain Incredible. Woodmere Betcha racing in the final of the Niagara Pacing Series goes for 33,000. We are 5-1 tomorrow. 3 Point Blue Chip is in tomorrow also. Salzbrook Ian. We made some shoeing changes on Ian. We'll see if that helps on Friday. Greatest Ending is going to race at Northfield Park. He's going to be a little bit short, but we'll see how he races on Friday evening at Northfield Park. Nassau is also racing at Northfield, as is Blue Ventura. We got a big day. 8 horses racing on Friday, and then we come back with Gorgeous Package on Saturday evening. So with that, I can't stress enough how I hope you guys are having a wonderful holiday season. I truly hope that things are going well for you. They're going well for us at the burn. They could always be better, but they could always be worse. Santa's almost here. We'll talk to you all very soon. Have a great Christmas Eve, everybody.